How long will the flowers stay fresh before they start to wilt?
Next day. The carnations and the stalk, they won't wilt. The moisture's been trapped into them. So it just depends on the flower. Do a test on your flowers. Like I said, the Stargazer lily, the real one, and the Casablanca lily, which is the all white one, normally when those are snipped off of their stems, within less than 15 minutes, they'll drop. But try one ahead of time for dunking it in the wax and see if that will hold it. I have not done that yet. I just started doing this with my cakes. Okay?
Good.
All right, we're going to try and give you a better view of the ruffling technique. So remember, this side is the crusted side, and I'm on that side, and here's my cornstarch if I need it. So from my angle, this is what you're going to see. So I'm using a circular, and I'm pushing out. So this is what you want to look at for. See how it's lifting as I do this, especially when I get to the tip? And take it across. Try not to stretch it too much. If your catch is there, that's when you know you've got to add a little cornstarch to it. All right, we're going to get this on. I've got a little bit left to do. I already put the top layer on right here for it, and I decided to flap it over a little bit instead of just go straight. Since the top edge shows, I'm doing some flapping, waving with the fondant. Okay. Try and get this where I like it. You can play with it all you want. Just remember, you've got a drying time and crusting time with the fondant. See, it wants to crack right there, so I'm just going to let it go, and I'll just keep going on this one piece. Okay, now when I pick it up, this is something I didn't tell you guys. You pick it up, you want this side to be your outside, so I'm going to flip it around. Get my scissors, cut my edge. Probably could use that, but I'm going to cut it off. I'm covering this one spot. Roll this under just a little bit. Tack it with some buttercream so it tacks onto the fondant. Okay. Now I'm lifting. I'm going to do a little bit of overlap. And I'm going up under that top heart that we had. Since this is our last piece, you want to hide it up as high as possible. The look I was trying to tell you guys is the way I do it this direction instead of up and let it fling backwards is because it looks more feminine with it laying in layers like this. It's like you took a dress with all the ruffles and put it on the cake. Most people take and put the flap like this and let it drop over. And then they got to figure out how to do that because they start from the top down. This way you're starting from the bottom up, and then you're hiding it all. So this was my choice to do it this way. Okay. This needs to be a little bit thinner so that it flares. The thinner you push it, the more it flares. Okay, attach, fold it over a little bit. It's crusting. Do a little flip. And this should have come out more, but oh well. I'm my worst critic. This has gotten crusty. Top fondant. Now, my choice when I get this cake done is I will cover it with plastic wrap to keep the fondant from getting hard. And then I'll put it back in the fridge, and it'll also help keep the flowers fresh. Normally I don't put the flowers on until I get to the venue, but I was doing it for you guys. Okay, see how pretty that looks? All right, one more piece. We've just got a little ways to go. Should be our last piece. There's some red from the earlier on here, but that's okay. I'll cut that off because I don't want that showing because that's going to be our front. Okay. All right, let's get this last one on. We can do some adjusting to hide the buttercream. The longer the piece of the gum paste, the harder it is to work with. So working in small increments is good. and then hiding it with the fold. Okay, now we're going to go under this little flap, which is crusted because it was sitting here. So we're going to fold it down here and lift it up under. Okay. Touch. And I'm running out of fondant. So we're going to bring this piece over to make it touch. Okay, and there you've got your fondant ruffles. That's the back of the cake. All right, let me push these up, see if we can hide this buttercream.